It's a Tazo green tea. Sorry, my nails are gross. Tazo green tea from the Zen. It's like mint flavored green tea from Starbucks. I don't know. I always have it at Starbucks. And I was just looking to see if there was like a little note, because a lot of tea bags have a little encouraging note usually. And I'm probably going to put a little bit of honey in it. And then, so I'm just studying, and I have my presentation in a couple hours. And the presentation is basically just, we have a person like acting like they're a patient, and they'll have some kind of problem, and we just go in and evaluate them and do a physical exam on them, and then we have to present it to a faculty member and put our notes into like a computer. So it's just a simulation exam, and so we'll get a grade on it afterwards, and this one counts for a lot. And honestly, the grade shouldn't matter that much because we have like a lot of like padding grades for this particular course, but it gets to be a little bit stressful just because you have very little time to do it, so you want to go in there and like go super fast, but I don't know, it always feels like you're not even like treating the person like a person and letting them having a real conversation, or giving them time to talk, because you have to go fast and get all your information. But I guess they're training us for the real thing. I hope it's not like that. I hope we have a little bit of more time in the real thing to talk to people. But yeah, so I'm gonna have that later. And I usually get like just a tad bit nervous before, even though it's not that scary or anything. And it's not the end of the world if you mess up. It's just a grade. But yeah, actually like during the thing I have a good time because it's like pretty fun being a doctor. So yeah. Done with the presentation. I'm so excited, so relieved. It went decently well. I ran out of time with my first patient, and the second patient I like got everything done. I was just sitting there in the room with them like, I'm gonna sit here until the bell rings or they tell us to leave, and we were just staring at each other. It was really funny. And then I presented to the faculty, and he said he was above where I needed to be, so that's a good thing. So hopefully the faculty presentation part will make up for the not getting everything done in the room with the actual patient. So I think it'll be fine. And right now I'm just eating a little bar, and I'm gonna go to tutoring, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. We're waiting for tutoring to start, and I think we're the only two here. Yep. But it's kind of early. I'm at Walgreens, and I'm just picking up some things for an event that we have right now. It's for Women in Medicine. It's a club that I'm part of, and we're having a fall social today, so it'll be super fun.
But hopefully she'll like come back.
Everybody's just getting food and socializing.
Because I don't think we've
This place is beautiful. It's beautiful home. I know, it's so pretty.
You already get one of these.
I did. I'll show the food again. So I'm gonna close out the vlog here today, and I'm sitting by this Christmas tree that's ours. My roommate Megan, the older one that's in my class, put it up, and she put up a bunch of cute decorations around the apartment. It makes it feel so Christmassy. And yeah, I just came back from an event for a club that we have in our class and school. It's called WIMS. It stands for Women in Medicine, and we had a fall social today. I think I told you guys about that earlier. And it was really fun. Everyone made good food, and we got together and ate it. And it was kind of a smaller group of ladies today, but usually there's like a lot of people in the club. I think this was just a busy week for people, but it's really nice to have the support. Yeah, I guess I never realized that it is kind of hard to be a woman and be a doctor, because I guess it wasn't always that way in the field. Like, there was a lot more men, and so sometimes women get ignored, and some of the professors that are women will come in and talk to us, and they say that like women get called like, I don't know, bad words, and like everyone thinks they're too like crazy or too like strict, or they're too hard to handle if they say their opinion or say what's on their mind. And like, guy doctors do the same thing, and they don't get any like they don't get any, you know, shade for it. So it's nice to have, like, to learn about that before we get there so that we know how to handle it, and we don't, like, you know, so we don't get mad and necessarily, like, so we understand the situation, we know exactly how to deal with it, and, like, establish, you know, hey, like, we're doctors, we, like, went through med school, we did it all, we deserve to be here, you know? But yeah, anyways, so I'm so excited to be done with that presentation. It always feels good to be done with something like that just, you know, especially presentations, because you never know how they're gonna go. Like, you can prepare and then you get there. Okay, so study tip for today is don't get stressed out by what other people are doing. That's really important in med school because you're pretty much doing the exact same thing as a whole lot of people. Like how many other people that are in your class, and everybody's gonna do things in a different way, and it's gonna be scary when someone else can get through something faster and you can't. But the thing is, you learn in a really different way than all those other people, and if you're sticking to your method and your schedule and you're doing what you're learning in the way you learn best, that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. And if you start comparing yourself to other people, then you're just gonna get stressed out, and that's going to make you study worse. It's going to make you either stop studying, or it's going to make you try a crazy new method that doesn't work for you, and then you won't learn in the end. So one of those things. And other people, like, if you keep your calm and composure, then I think that's the best thing for studying in a stressful environment, because if other people are really stressed out and they are, like, complaining about it, and they're like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever, but you're like, hey, I thought I was doing okay, I don't know why they're stressed out, should I be stressed out? And you start getting stressed out, you're just letting that affect you. But I'm telling you, you're probably doing completely fine. There are certain things that are important to them. Maybe they sacrificed some time for, like, some events that they wanted to go to, and that's why they're stressed out now. You don't know their situation. You only know your situation, and you can only be proud of what you're doing. And if you can be honest with yourself and be like, hey, I am doing a good amount of work, then you should just stick with that and just close your eyes and ignore what they're doing. But the thing is, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to make sure that if there's a day that you didn't do that much work, like, you have to be like, okay, well, that's okay, I got this much done, there must be a reason. Like, maybe I had study block in my mind, like writers have writer block, and I'm just gonna, maybe you need to take the evening off, or maybe you just, like, need to come up with a new plan for the next day. Be like, this is what went wrong today, this is what I'm gonna do tomorrow to make it better, I'm gonna try something a little different, and then stick to it. Don't give up just because you got a little behind, you know? Don't ever do that. That's the worst thing you can do, is, like, give up because you got behind, because you'll have to take the exam anyways, or do the assignment anyways. So just stopping is not an option, because that's not what's going to help you out, you know? So don't make it a stressful thing. You know, if you have an afternoon when you're not that productive, it's, like, so normal. Everybody does it, and the people who are successful just figure out a way to not make it happen the next day. So I think that's my advice. Just don't get stressed out by other people, and don't stop studying if you had an unproductive day. So I'm going to end Vlogmas here. I've already talked for a very long time. So I hope you guys had a good Tuesday. Happy Vlogmas Day 6, and I'll see you tomorrow.